4 or 5, occasionally 6. Backing southwesterly for a time. Rain, moderate or brutal. Shallow, northwesterly 5.
Can I ask for your name first, just your first name?
My name's Leslie.
Leslie,
Yeah.
Hi Leslie, hi. Nice to meet you.
I'm a host on the Sea Monster,
Okay.
so we are here to provide information.
Ah, okay, that's really awesome, thank you. Just in one sentence, what has your experience been like, working on this oil rig?
It's been a revelation in as much I have learned so many things. So I've been asked to write down what I've learned, and I've actually said that'll be a 7,000 word essay, which is probably now a 10,000 word essay, because the public keep on telling me new pieces of information, and then I go and research it.
Yeah.
And so that I can again give the information to anybody that asks.
Yeah, so it's been interesting in terms of just learning for yourself about
absolutely.
the story of this rig, and
It's not just about the story of this rig, because it goes into the STEM, the science, technology, engineering and maths part of it, and
Yeah.
the art. But actually it covers history, it covers geography, it covers all sorts of different theories really.
Yeah.
Particularly on heli deck here, because
Yeah.
I call this my office.
Yeah.
And when the sun is out and the sky is blue,
Yeah.
you've got such a beautiful view all around everywhere. So I now can point out almost everything around.
Oh, thank you very much. That's really interesting. I really appreciate you coming and,
Okay.
and talking.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Can I just ask you for your first name?
I'm Paul Scudder.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks for
What was
doing
your name
this.
anyway? You never told
My
me.
name is Martin.
Nice to
Yeah.
meet you, yeah.
So I have it's a channel just about all things art, really. So yeah, I mean, what has your experience been like working here? Just sum it up in one sentence.
So it's been extremely positive. It's been really nice to see both adults and kids enjoying it.
Yeah.
Because obviously the kids get really jolly about it.
Yeah.
The adults have been well and truly amazed. Most people come in with no questions at all. They just look around and they're blown away.
Yeah.
So that's great to see. But I've met people from all across the world now. America, Scotland, none of that's in the UK, Wales, Cornwall, and the amount of accents I've heard has been incredible.
Crazy.
And all of them are like, where's it going next? Where's it going next?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's sad to tell them that.
Is it coming to another country? They're coming to our country, like on the boat.
So, yeah. But I've really enjoyed it. I think it's been incredible. And hopefully we can get conversations started, inspire more people to do something similar or do better. Obviously we were talking about art when we were art is a very diverse thing, it goes into a lot of things, especially something like this as well. And I can tell you a little funny fact, with the solar tree, it does create quite a lot of energy already and it faces that way. But what's quite funny is the reason it's facing that way is because the scientists and the artists had a little bit of a conversation. Scientists said it'll create more energy if it faces that way. The artist said it would look better if it faces that way. The artist won, so it faces that way.
Right. I guess that's that interesting conversation between the scientists and the artists, because the artists always think, well, I just want to create something that's more like aesthetically pleasing or cool to look at, but the scientist is probably more thinking in terms of logic and just oh, but the sun's facing this way, so we should have the solar panels facing towards the sun.
But
so maybe that's the difference.
At the end of the day, it is important though as well. The artists get, so one of the reasons we've done this project is because when people think renewable energy, they actually think a lot of cities think it's quite industrial or quite ugly. And actually doing it the way we've done it is to show you that actually designing it another way can make it look a lot more beautiful. For example, the solar tree, it's not a solar panel, it's a solar tree, you know?
Yeah.
And like, it's decorative, it's artistic, and it's about making things look better and more appealing. And then who knows, maybe they'll get to gardens or you know. We've had a few people actually say, it's like, I wouldn't mind that in my back garden, I wouldn't mind that on my roof, you know? I could show off to my neighbours, you know? All that sort of thing going on. And like, that's exactly what we want to do, you know? We want to show you that this one look isn't the only look that it can have. There's a lot of other looks that it can have, and if you guys take an interest, or maybe you could do it, maybe you could be the one to do it.
It's funny you mention that, because I was talking to a lady up there, and she was saying the same thing. She was saying, oh, when are we going to see, like, you know, more like solar panel like installed in people's homes, or renewable based like energy technologies? And I don't know, it's interesting, because we were saying, well, there must come a point where like those costs will like come down, and then it'll become more affordable for people to get those things.
I've talked to loads of people here now, and so a lot of people tell me their renewable energy stories. I had a woman come here, and she talked about how she got solar panels in her house. And like, at first she was really put off by them. She's like, I'll never get them, they're too expensive, they'll waste money, they'll do nothing. Eventually she, I think it was a family member persuaded her to do it. So then she does it, she pays a lot of money, and for the first 2 years she's out of pocket. But after those 2 years, she's already made back the money that she would have spent on the energy with those solar panels. So she actually made a profit, in a sense, with those solar panels. So granted, it took her 2 years, but even then, now she's getting energy for the price of what she spent. She's getting that money back, she's earned it back. And I've had loads of people tell me the same thing. But an annoying thing is, I was told, so don't quote me, I don't know if this is exactly how it works, but someone came in and they told me about the government putting a law about solar panels. If we have more than 12 solar panels, I believe, you can't sell it back to the grid or something like that, so you can't make a profit. I don't know what it is, it's almost like they're not encouraging renewable energy, which is very weird.
I could see that happening though. Like, you imagine if solar panels get so cheap to the point install it on their homes, and then if the energy that they're not using, they just sell that back to the grids. And I don't think that's a problem, because it's just not only you're contributing to energy sustainability, but you're also being rewarded for producing that energy. And if the person who purchased those solar panels, I guess they should have a right to earn money from that energy, because they put up that cost, and they're contributing that energy back to the grid. So people should be rewarded for that, I guess.
The only thing is why they stopped that when you have more than 12 solar panels, is because, again, you produce more energy, and I think that they get to a point where you produce more energy than they could give you. So eventually the grid who actually supply you without the solar panels, they start losing money, which is why. So obviously either they must have had a chat with the government or something.
There must be like some balance. Don't give the people too many solar panels, otherwise we'll go out of business.
Some lady put it this way to me. She said, like, I don't know if this is true, but she put it this way to me. She says, there isn't an energy crisis, she said. It's just we're not using all the energy that we have. She said. We have loads of energy, we're just not utilising it. That's why there's a crisis, she said.
You know what it reminds me of is, you know, when you look back at history with like, the horse and buggy, there were businesses like the people running those businesses, the horse and buggy carriage business, they were getting scared because the automobiles, the cars were coming in, and they were getting scared of them taking their business, because obviously that in itself was like a revolutionary, and it shifted the whole industry. So maybe I'm not too sure if that's going to happen again in the future, where it gets to the point where producing your own energy is so efficient that it just, like you said, it puts a lot of electricity companies out of business, because now everyone can produce their own electricity.
It all depends on, I think it all depends on the government. You need that support. There needs to be somebody who actively leads the way. You know, you've had all these inventors or people of their time who either invented it or created it faster, and they encourage other people to do it. With the solar panels and that, there hasn't been that person who's, like, granted there's people like Greta Thunberg and whatnot, but there hasn't been enough of a person, a vocal outpoint to encourage other people to do something.
Yeah.
And again, going back to that same lady who told me before, she has some friends in Cornwall who had a flat part of land facing the sun, and they could have literally turned their farm into a solar farm.
Yeah.
But the government just said no.
Really?
They just said no. They obviously they had to get planning permission to do it.
Yeah.
They planned it all out. They could have done it. Government just straight up told them no. We need the people to move forward in this way. We need to, one, be supported by the government, and two, there needs to be someone who actively leads the way, holds the torch and goes, follow me. You know?
Maybe there is that boundary, that barrier, because they're worried that people producing electricity, they're essentially becoming their own business. And they're probably worried about, is that going to have an effect on like the wider economy? But I think it's inspiring, because I think like if more people become their own business, in a sense, producing their own electricity, more people become self-sufficient, self-sustainable, and that feeds back into the wider society, I guess. But I think it's just evolution, really.
Yeah. I think that it's naturally coming. Like it's gonna happen no matter what way we go.
It's going to happen eventually. Governments and businesses, like big business, like energy company, might resist it at first, but it's just going to be like the horse and buggy. Eventually, like these new technologies will come in and revolutionise things, and it's just when, I guess.
Well, I hope so. You know, I hope that this does its job as well, and it inspires other people to, you know, create something better or do something better. For example, we've already had, America and Middle East interested, and they've said things like, oh my God, you're the first people in the world to reuse a gas ring, right? And it's sort of like, oh. And they get interested and they get the conversation and say, oh, well, can we do something similar? Can we do the same? Or can we do better? Because you know what the Americans are like, but in this case, that's exactly what we want. We want people to do better. And maybe, like you say, hopefully this inspires a few people. And maybe this one day will be a footnote or a stepping stone in that way. Maybe it will contribute, maybe it won't. But hopefully, like you say, naturally, we'll get to that point as a race or a world. I don't know how to phrase it.
Definitely. Look at the situation with the cost of living. You know, it's like people, I don't know about you, but I'm thinking more about, you know, what are the solutions for the future? Where is the future? Where are we heading? You know, I don't know if anyone else has been thinking about that, but, you know.
Yeah, I think that's where my full stop is.
Yeah.
I think that sums it up for me.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.